Forgot to mute myself again. Oh, sayo everyone, how y'all doing today? I am Crow, your entertainer for this broadcast, and welcome to my community mod showcase where I show you how to manually install any mod that you request or I am feeling like I wish to showcase today. Today, well, before we get to showcasing, to request mods, there are 3 ways to do it. One is join my live chats, just about during any stream I have, but mainly during my during these mod showcases, which I try to do every day, every single day of the week, starting at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time. That's United States Eastern Standard Time. And I give about 2 hours to showcase one mod. So that goes for 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States Eastern Standard Time. And that should give us enough time to read out all the stuff we need to do, work through the installation, bug fixes, have a little gameplay around it, do the usual chatty things with chat. But it's usually just one mod, unless chat wants more. How do you submit mods for review and to showcase and basically to be debugged and to know if it's still up to date with the current version of your game? And remember, this is not just for, like, right now I'm doing a Cyberpunk game because I'm obsessed with Cyberpunk. It does not have to be just Cyberpunk. It could be for, like, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It can be for Crisis. It could be for Pokemon. Just hopefully not Pokemon, because that's going to take a lot of getting used to. But I'll do my damnedest to do it for you. But any game there is a mod to, I will try to showcase that mod for that game, provided it is not an MMORPG or a live service. That is the caveat. I will purchase that game. I will review that mod if I do not have that game. But I will not mod MMOs or games with live services that are currently active, because I'm a recovering MMO addict, and that just triggers me, and that modifications to live service games affects other players' enjoyment of those games. So it's against the terms of service of those games, so I'm not even touching that. But so, how do you submit requests to me? There are 3 ways. 1, join my live chats and just ask. The basic information I need to know is the name of the mod, the name of the game that the mod is modifying, and where to find this mod. The second way to request a mod to review, showcase, debug is to leave a comment on any of my videos. It's starting to become a habit for me of checking my comments every time I log into my computer and go onto YouTube, which I'm on YouTube all day, just watching other people's content, because that is my television, my shows. Just leave a comment asking to review the mod, And remember, the information I need is the name of the mod, the name of the game, and a what website I can find the where I can find the mod at, where to download it. Now, there's a third way, but some of y'all may not want to do this or may feel uncomfortable doing this. This is joining my Discord community. My Discord community right up, named Dragon's Loft, for personal reasons, is a not safe for work community right off the back. I do not moderate it. I want it to be as free and as open as the internet used to be before real life NetWatch got involved. It's separated in two parts. The first part is dedicated to my broadcasts, and the second part is dedicated to the furry fandom. Both parts are generally not safe for work. The first part is more along the lines of language. I do not moderate speech on that. As a United States citizen, speech, I hold my ability to say what's on my mind, how I feel, my ability to speak, almost sacrosanct, to the point of it being logos, almost right up there, not exactly equal to the word of God, but the word gave humanity life, gave existence life, and it was language that created existence. So language is not necessarily sacred, but it is to be revered, and it's a God-given right. So I'm not going to moderate language on it. And the second part is dedicated to the furry fandom, my Discord. Anybody that's been around the internet or hasn't been on the internet but has heard it from second, third, or fourth hand knows us furries are not exactly safe for work. You may have heard rumblings of a fur con named Rainforest. Some of that, I wasn't even there at the time. I was still I really wasn't even to the fandom at that time, and some of the stories that came out of that, it was worse than you can imagine. Worse than the stories are said. But yeah, my Discord's not safe for work, not meant for minors, so... Well, my channel's not meant for minors, but they're going to find their way on here anyways. But yeah, that's the 3 ways to do it. But mainly, I do not allow people to submit links on my live chat or in the comment section of my videos. I will moderate links in my Discord. That's about the only thing I will moderate, because the links can lead to viruses and malware. And most days, we've got pretty good security on our computers, and even our browsers have a pretty good security on them. But it could lead to some illegal things of a prurient nature, so that even us furries are dead set against. And I'm not talking about the radical furries. I'm just talking about the common everyday furry. And we furries accept a whole lot of shit that normal society doesn't. So, anyways, that's the main ways you can submit requests to me. I have a Twitter account. Don't bother submitting a request to me there. I don't answer my messages. That's my Twitter accounts. There is mainly for me to shit post, for me to kind of occasionally alert people that I'm going live, or if I'm not going to be streaming today or tomorrow. But it's mainly for me just to basically collect, just to like other artists' art, to shit post, and just basically a meme online. Basically just a shit post. But anyways, with all that, today, with that, we are doing extended and improved headlights. Not an exact... this doesn't seem like all that an exciting a mod now, does it? Oh, oops, sorry, wrong a slate. I should be doing desktop and not gameplay. Yeah, whoopsie. As I said, we are doing extended and improved headlights. That may not sound exciting for some, if not all of them. I know it wasn't exciting for me when I heard this, and it wasn't exciting for me when I saw this image, but just if from this image you can actually understand what this mod does. This mod extends and improves the headlights on all vehicles, cars, trucks, motorcycles. And not only that, it allows you to customize it allows you to adjust the range on cars and motorcycles, as well as the brightness, as well as customize the durability of how much damage those headlights can take. For y'all that are constantly crashing into buildings, into lampposts, into other cars, like I do in Night City, this is great. This is a godsend mod for those of y'all that just drive around Night City at breakneck speeds like I do. So, about this mod blurb, this mod lets you tweak the range, brightness, and durability of vehicle headlights. And boy, does it ever. What this mod does. I like the way this mod author has separated their description page. They've got clear and concise subsections. They've listed out in clear, concise bullet points. What it does, what it features, how to install it, how to use it. They even got the headings color coded. But first, check the requirements. What does this mod require? This mod requires Cyber Engine tweaks. It requires the latest version. And it requires the latest version of a native settings UI. Okay. We know this requires 2 mods. What does this mod do? This mod lets you tweak the range of vehicle headlights, finally useful headlights in first-person view. Yes, for those of you who are like me who actually drive in first person, this is great because the headlights in first-person view really don't do anything for you. Lets you increase the headlight's durability, impact resistance. Lets you tweak the brightness of vehicle headlights. Comes with a native settings UI tab to tweak the values. Installation process. Download and install CET, Cyber Engine tweaks, or most of you will hear just CET because it's set. It doesn't really roll off the tongue. The CET needs to be the latest version. Download, install the latest native UI. Let me reread that. Download and install the latest native UI version. Native settings UI. I'm thinking about what, Fallout 4, or is it Skyrim's? Download the mod and extract it into your game folder, the one containing -bin, -r6, etc. How to use. To use the extended headlights tab in native UI to change the value of bikes and cars. There you can change the range and brightness of the headlights. The mod author recommends lowering the brightness a bit from what it already is. You can also increase the durability of the headlights there so they don't break from the slightest impact. Here is the thank yous and credits the mod author is giving. So, oh, even Scissor. I really wish Scissor would there was some word on how Scissor was doing, if they were still active, if they were still alive. I hope they're doing well. So, as in the instructions say, we need to download CET. So, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, even though we already have that installed. I am still going to do that, because there may have been an update. There probably hasn't been, but I'm still going to go do this for you. So, as with previous mods in this series, just read all this. I am not too concerned because I have read all this 100 times over. But most importantly, supported version 2.1. This means Cyber Engine tweak, it currently runs on the latest version and only runs on the latest version. At least this one that can be found on Nexus only runs on the latest update of Cyberpunk 2077. So, excuse me, got an itch. So we check the requirements. This mod does not have any known dependencies other than the base game. Okay. So we go into files. For mod managers, such that for y'all that are using mod managers such as Vortex or Mod Organizer 2, just come over here and click Mod Manager Download. We're not doing that. We're manually installing. I'm teaching y'all how to manually install your game. So, come over here for manual install. Click on Manual Download. You'll get this that'll pop up. Then you'll get Save As, this window right here that I'm moving around. When you go to save this, you can rename this anything you want right here, right in here. I myself am not going to do that because my memory's like liquid mercury in a large hole sieve. I will entirely forget what it's called once I rename it. And going along with that, I would recommend y'all save it to anywhere you best remember you download things to. And in other words, save it to where you remember saving things to. For me, it's the downloads folder. For y'all, it could be in videos. It could be in music. It can be in searches. It could be in saved games. It could be in OneDrive. It could be directly to your desktop. It does not matter as long as you remember you saved it there. For me, I habitually save to the downloads folder. So that is where I am going to save it too. I recommend y'all do the same. Not download it to the downloads folder, but download it to where y'all habitually download your files to, and where y'all will remember where you downloaded it to. So I am downloading it to the downloads folder. Y'all just download it to wherever you remember downloading it to. So I'm going to click on save. And it downloaded. Now there's two ways to get to here. You can just go to your if you're using Brave and it popped up, you can just click on this and it pops up like this. I do not like doing that because right now we're installing multiple files. So I'm going to close this window out, just right up here in the X. Now, for some of y'all, you're probably wondering, why are you just going through this little step by step by step? Why are you being so pedantic? Why are you talking down to us like this? Why are you talking like we're idiots? I'm doing this deliberately. I am keeping in mind that I have a basically 70-year-old father who mods his video games. He was modding Cyberpunk, but he found the game was too difficult for him to play. Mechanically, that is. He couldn't get the handle on the fast-paced gunplay and the hacking and the hacking of people. But he also mods Fallout 4 and Skyrim. Remember, he's basically 70 years old, but he's on the cognitive decline. And I'm walking through this as if I'm showing him in person, doing this step by step by step. I'm doing these instructions so just about anyone can follow these. If they're 10 years old to 100 years old. So keep that in mind. I apologize. That came right out of the blue, but so anyways, with that out of the way, minimize your browser. Do not close, minimize. Since I have this out of the way, totally ignore this. Now we want to go and open up Windows Explorer. So, for me, I have this PC on my desktop. I could just go ahead and open this right up here. Some of y'all may actually have it on your start bar, going up here, and having it somewhere on here like this. Others may actually have to come all the way down. And I believe it is Windows Accessories. No. Windows Systems, this PC. However you get to Windows Explorer, which is basically all this, just go to it. Well, unless you've saved it directly to your desktop, doesn't matter. Just go to where you saved that file we just downloaded. For me, I have to open up Windows Explorer, and I am going to go to the downloads. But if you're following me, you need to open up Windows Explorer, which means opening up this PC either by clicking on the desktop icon, desktop shortcut, which was you placed there, or going to the start, to the start icon, and either clicking it on somewhere on here, or going all the way down to Windows System and clicking this PC. Then going into downloads. Now we are here. We want to double click and enter here. If you have a .zip, like a WinRAR file or a 7-zip file that is able to open this. If you don't, I don't see why you wouldn't. Windows actually already comes installed with one. If you're using a Mac or a Linux, I can't help you since I'm using Windows. Now, a lot of people that do these instructions would say, like, right click. Do not follow what I'm about to do. Do not. Some will say extract all, like right click and come down and extract all. Or come up here, like here, and extract all. I say do not. That just adds additional, that just takes up additional space on your hard drive. That also means that is more files you have to handle. That's more files you have to organize, more files that just go into your trash bin that have to be deleted eventually. That's just too much work. And if you know anything about modding, the idea about modding is to get the most stuff for least work. So we want to just double click and go into the file we just downloaded. Now you'll see one file folder, which is just this, like, I'll even zoom in, control and plus scroll wheel forward, and you will see this like manila folder right here with the name, with it being named bin. We don't want to touch this right now. What I want to do, and probably what you will probably want to do, is minimize this window, and we want to open up Steam. Now, why do we want to open up Steam? Y'all are probably wondering how I'm doing this, huh? It's a nifty little program by Starduck named Window Blinds. It allows me to have all these little groups. Allows me to actually have a kind of like a dual monitor, only on one monitor. It's really nifty. I got to give a shout out to the YouTuber Gopher for initially leading me towards it. But anyways, we want to go into Steam. Most likely, when you first installed Steam, it put a shortcut. Yeah, that's like a kind of like cartoon cursing, with the symbols. It put a shortcut onto your desktop. You could activate it by just doing this, just double clicking on the shortcut. It'll probably come up like this. You hit that, and it just jumps into like this. You could also do it from the start button, and it's probably somewhere over here. I have it under gaming. It'll jump up like this. Or it's probably somewhere over here, or you have to scroll down somewhere under the S's, under Steam. Yes, it's right here. Doesn't matter how you get to Steam. Even if you go through Windows Explorer, where you actually saved Steam to when you initially installed it. Now, what we want to do is get to the game folder, also known as the root game folder, root game dictionary, base game folder, base game dictionary. All these things are talking about the same thing, where the game is actually installed at, and the folder that holds all the game's files. Let me take a drink here. Now, there are other ways of getting there, but the easiest and less stressful way is to go to your game launcher, and installing all this is just about the same way as it is with GOG and Epic. You want to go over to Manage. For on Steam, it's the gear icon. Go over to Manage, come down to where it says Manage, and another tree will pop open over here, another section will pop open, and you want to go to Browse Local Files. click on Browse Local Files. And voila. Or is it voila? I've always heard voila, but I'm not too sure that's the actual French term. Oh well. As you see, a new window has appeared with Cyberpunk 2077. It is under Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and right here, Cyberpunk 2077. You could have navigated to the Cyberpunk 2077's base game folder by just going back to wherever you installed your game. Mine is on J Drive, then to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and then Cyberpunk 2077. So I'm going to move this down a little bit so I can have a little bit of room. And I am going to bring back up the file we just downloaded. Now, what we want to do is, you could do this one of two methods. You could just click on somewhere out here in the empty void, or in the emptiness, and create like this box, and drag until the folder is highlighted, the one that is labeled bin, and you can drag and drop. Or you could just click on the folder and highlight it, and then drag and drop. It doesn't matter as long as it's highlighted, and you can drag and drop the folder and then drag and drop it into the base game dictionary. If this box comes up, replace or skip files, it's saying the destination has 19 files with the same name. My recommendation for this specific mod, CET Cyber Engine Tweaks, is to replace the files in the destination. You are either outright replacing it because something went wrong with its installation, or you are updating it. It's entirely okay. It's entirely normal to just replace those files. Do not worry. Now, for this demonstration, I went ahead and did that. I already had a Cyber Engine Tweaks installed, specifically the latest version, but I'm just walking you through this as if this is the first time. So now, in the file we just downloaded, we want to go back to where we usually download files like this, or where you just download wherever. If it's on a desktop, then I don't know what you normally do, because I don't download things to my desktop. I know my mom does. She's also a gamer. But now we want to go back to Nexus, so maximize your browser again. Excuse me. And if you have tabs open, close out Cyber Engine Tweaks. If you're just using regular Windows, close out the window for Cyber Engine Tweaks. Now, as the instructions said down here, we need to download and install the latest version of Native Settings UI. So, we want to open up Native Settings UI. I'm going to do it in a tab. You could do it in a window. That's up to you. I prefer tabs because it keeps everything just nicely grouped together. And this Native Settings UI is mainly it's similar to a like mod settings from Skyrim and a Fallout 4 if you're familiar with those mods. If not, then we shall walk you through this, because this is kind of the first time we're encountering this. About this mod allows other mods to easily add setting menus using only native UI, thus looking like the game settings menu. As you can see, we have like a little display here. As a matter of fact, I will open up in a new tab. And you can see the preview here. This animated image is just like you normally would just change the settings in the game settings in your game. Looks like using the previously now defunct tram system and my mods, which a subcategory. But yeah, you kind of get the idea what this mod does. Lets other mods add their own page and add settings widgets. Widgets is a kind of a catch-all term to the newly added mod settings page. Mod settings menu, not page. I always think of them as pages. Easy to use and useful features such as options, descriptions, and resetting to default values. Looks and behaves just like the normal settings menu. Fully compatible with controllers. Offers adding of new tabs and subcategories. Widgets are switchable. Switches, sliders, list selectors, keybinds, and buttons. What this mod does not do. Offers a way of saving the settings or anything like that. This mod just provides the UI. What you do is up to you. Installation process. Download the latest version of CET. Extract the mod into your base game folder. The one containing /bin. For modders, we really don't really need this. This doesn't concern us, but I will read it anyways. If you want to use this mod, just add it to your mods requirement list, and Nexus will prompt users to download it. For documentation and examples on how to add your own menu, please visit this mod's GitHub page. Just follow this link. Just click on this right here. Also, feel free to ask the mod author on the Cyberpunk 2077 modding Discord. Yeah, there's also, not to let this get out or anything, but there is some mods, some exclusive mods on the Cyberpunk 2070 modding Discord that you will not find anywhere else. I'm just saying, there are just some mods that are solely exclusive to the Cyberpunk 2077 modding Discord that I myself am not going to talk about. That I may or may not be using. Now, as you can see here, these are kind of like the available widgets. Kind of like you got the main categories, subcategories, switch, sliders, key bindings, buttons, and here you have the credits. Hey, Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is cool. At least their mods are. Cyberpunk does actually provide a bit of help every now and then. At least with my interactions with them. So, for the requirements, all it requires is the latest version of Cyber Engine Tweaks, CET. Some may actually say set, but every time I say set, I think of the Egyptian god. So, we want to go to Files. As I stated previously, those of you using mod organizers, I keep thinking mod organizers because I'm a mod organizer. I come from a mod organizer background. For those of y'all using mod managers, just click on mod manager download, and your mod manager will take care of things. But for us, we're manually installing. man, the cat is just annoying me. So when I look this way, here. So for us that are manually installing, click on manual download. This will pop up. This is, and you notice we did not get the save as window immediately. Y'all can just ignore this right here. If I know my download looks a little bit different from y'all's, but that's because that's because I have a paid membership. I believe in all my years of using Nexus mods, I should be giving back, and I have given back. This right here is just reminding us that Cyber Engine Tweaks is required. If you have not already downloaded Cyber Engine Tweaks, this would be a good idea just to take time out, pause from downloading a native settings UI and go download Cyber Engine Tweaks. You can do it from right here. You could right click, open up in a new tab or a new window, or you could just click on it. It'll open up itself. But since we have already downloaded that, we are just going to click on download. As we did with Cyber Engine Tweaks previously, we want to save native settings UI to wherever we remember saving it to. Also, you can rename it to whatever you want, so long as you remember what you named it to. I'm not, because my memory's like Quicksilver and it's gone. So I'm just going to save mine to the downloads. Y'all can save it to wherever, as long as y'all remember where you saved it to. And I'm going to click save. Okay, so for me, it's showing it saved. And y'all's may take like a few minutes, depending on if you have a free membership, or I don't even remember if you can download without a membership. I think you can. So if you can, that's even better. But I would just recommend getting a signing up. No, not a membership. Just signing up for the site for a free account. The account costs nothing. That way you can actually come up here and track the mods that you are using. And if you like the mods that you are using, I would highly recommend to endorse them. It shows the mod authors, like what mod authors are the people that create these mods, and mod users are the ones like us that are using them, and us reviewers. Well, technically, I'm a mod author too because I've produced a few, but I haven't made any in a long time, so I'm a mod author on hiatus. But yeah, mod authors are like people like Nexus Guy 999 who've actually uploaded these and who continue to create them. So yeah, I would highly recommend just creating an account. The account is entirely free. You don't have to pay for anything unless you want to, and then you're just paying for a basically unlimited download speed, unlimited downloads. That's about it. Anyways, with that out of the way, what we want to do now is minimize our browser, or better yet, or you could just Mac, or you can go to bring out the Windows Explorer. Excuse me, I suffer from acid reflux and GERD, and coming back up. So you don't have to minimize your browser, but I like to. That way there's less clutter on screen and less things to distract me. So I'm just going to minimize the browser. So now, if you're like me right now, you don't see the file we just downloaded because I'm in downloads. Like where is it? You actually have to refresh the window if you're like me and you're using if you downloaded it to say your downloads folder or your pictures folder. If you download it to desktop, it should immediately be there. But for most people, I believe you would have just downloaded it to some folder. So with me, I need to bring up this menu. For me, that's right click. For y'all lefties, that's left click. I need to bring up this menu. Some say it's the options menu. I say it's the context menu because this is contextual. As you see, the context, what's in this changed because the context of what I want to do may have changed. So I bring up this menu and I need to refresh. Or I could have come over here and went to, I think it's view. No, home. Wait. You're telling me they don't got a refresh on here? Share. View. Home. No, seriously, they didn't. I'm not seeing a refresh. Copy, paste. Yeah, or you could come here, hit refresh, or I believe you can hit F5 on your keyboard. Yes, you can hit F5 on your keyboard to refresh your window. But also you can come, for me it's right click because I'm right-handed, and then use your index finger to click on it. Yes, I'm still doing that for anybody to learn, and hit refresh. So with the file we just downloaded, native settings UI, we want to enter into it. My advice, don't extract it, but if that's your process, go ahead and do it. But my advice is don't do it because that just adds more data onto your hard drive, which takes up more space on the hard drive, which means more files you have to deal with later on when you go to clean up your hard drive. So just double click to enter it, and you will see the file folder labeled bin. You can either drag to highlight, or you could click to highlight. Either way, you want it highlighted, click, and drag into the base game dictionary. Okay? We'll do that again. As a matter of fact, I'll move this down so you can see this. Just drag and drop. Of course, we just did this, so there's no fear of replacing the files. So I'm just going to redo that just to add emphasis that's what needs to be done. So now that we've just done that, we need to go back one in native settings UI, or to for me it's the downloads folder. For y'all on desktop, just close it out. Close out the folder. Now I'm going to bring back up the browser, and I need to close out my native settings UI tab. And I'm going to minimize requirements. And now I'm going to download the actual extended and improved headlights mod. So here we go. Compatible with patch 2.1. It's also compatible with the latest version, patch 2. Did I say compatible with 2.1? It says right here compatible with patch 2.0. It's also compatible with patch 2.1. So again, for y'all using mod managers, just click on mod manager download and let your mod manager handle it. For us using manual download, click on that are using manual download. Yeah, we are actually using manual download. Those of us that are manually installing, click on manual download. Again, this is just warning us that the Cyber Engine tweaks and native settings UI is required for this mod. You can disregard this because we already installed it if you didn't. then now's a good time to. But if these are already installed, just go ahead and disregard it. Okay, so we click on download. We clicked on this, and our save window came up. As with the other two mods, save this to wherever you remember saving it to, and name it whatever you want, as long as you remember you named it what you named it. Save. I'm going to minimize Brave, and as you see, once again, the file we just downloaded has not appeared. So I'm going to bring up the contextual menu, the context menu, and click on refresh. The file we appeared just downloaded. Now, give me a minute. I need a drink. The file we just downloaded just appeared. So we want to go into this. So double click, that's index button on your mouse. And as you see, we have another bin folder. I don't know why they enable the game developers just labeled it bin, such as I don't understand why they labeled it archives. I don't understand why they labeled it R6, like down here. Why they labeled it tools, why they labeled it. I kind of understand why they labeled it engine, because it's a game engine, but I don't understand why they labeled it, how they named the naming convention of video games. But anyways, we want to copy. We want to drag and drop bin into Cyberpunk 2077's base game folder. Just like that. As you can see, this is highlighted. If you're not sure you did that, do it again. This will appear. The replace or skip files. Since this did not appear again, you can, if you want to feel sure, you can go ahead and replace, or you could just skip these files if you don't feel comfortable in replacing them. So, now I would recommend just minimizing your windows, your Explorer windows, for right now, just in case we need to do something later on. And now we need to get to Steam. So open up Steam. It could still be on your bar, but if on your taskbar, your toolbar here. But if you just closed it out for some reason, just open it back up. You could have opened it up that way. You could have opened it up this way. Or you could have just done it kind of the hard way. Actually, the hard way was going through Windows Explorer. This is the more difficult way. Whatever way you remember doing it, you could just do it that way. Now, before we start actually getting into this, we installed all that. What I want you to do is to basically scroll on down like I'm doing, as you can see, like I'm doing right now, and go over into manage my DLCs. Right now it says manage my 2 DLCs. This window will pop up. Make sure you have a DLC installed called Cyberpunk 2077 Red Mod. If you do not, follow my instructions. Follow what I'm doing. Scroll all the way back up. Go to DLCs. It's right next to store, DLC. It will take you to this. This is on Steam. I'm not too sure how it handles with other launchers. But scroll down until you see this. Cyberpunk 2077 Red Mod. As you can see, this is totally free. I would also recommend getting the Cyberpunk 2077 bonus content, which is also totally free. But that is just extras, and free extras is always free. Well, anyways, click onto Cyberpunk 2077 Red Mod. Scroll down. You don't automatically have to download, but If you don't have it, I will say download it. Red Mod is the official Cyberpunk 2077 modding tool. It allows you to modify and create your own experiences in Cyberpunk 2077, from custom sounds, animation scripts, and much more. These tools will help you leave your own mark in the dark future world of Night City. In short, Red Mod allows modders to basically mod Cyberpunk beyond just, beyond turning, say, the coat right here from brown to hot pink. In my opinion, Red Mod is crucial for every single mod. Excuse me, Diet Pepsi's coming back up. For every single mod that I will be showcasing. So if you do not have this, go ahead and click download. I already have this. So, in that case, if you do not have this, pause the video, download this, and when it's fully downloaded, come back to the video. Now, we're going back to the library, my library. So, with all that out of the way, to finally get to the mod you just installed, if you're not using a mod organizer, I'm using a mod organizer. Yeah, actually, using a mod manager, hit play. All this will go through. Last played today. Yes. This will pop up. This is Red Launcher. This is CD Projekt Red's personal launcher, which they use to basically launch all their games from. As you can see, we have a Cyberpunk, we have Witcher, we have Gwent. The reason I just previously said download Red Mod is because if you don't, you will not have this gear icon. I want you now to click on this gear icon and ensure that what this says here, enable mods, this is clicked all the way to the right. For you heterochromatics, just make sure this right here is on the right side. For us, that it's able to see color, for me, this is a golden yellow, bordering on a gold. But then again, I'm kind of going colorblind-ish. So for others, it may be just plain old gold. For others, neon gold. This means mods are active. Any mod you install in your game is active beyond the ones that replace colors. If you do this, this means any mods that beyond replacing colors in the game are deactivated and will not appear. So just make sure that's on. So just make sure the little circles over on the left, make sure the switch is on the right. I mean, the little circles on the left. Make sure it looks like this. So anyways, we hit play. This initiating mods window will pop up, and everything should be fine. If not, it will like turn red. There will be kind of like an error thing, and it'll ask you if you want to see the logs. But for us, it's okay. Oh no, I forgot to put my headphones on. Not my headphones, but turn the computer to headphones. Oh no.
Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood. Thanks to innovative at gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed, cause the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Netrunners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims off the pavement. And in Pacifica, well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
Yeah, I think I'm going to let that intro play out every time I load up the game for these mod reviews, mod showcases. Now, something seems to be amiss here. No, actually, no, it's not. Because we have mods right here. I was looking for mod settings, which is an entirely different mod. So, as you can see, we have a new option here. We have continue, where our last saved game. We have new game, we have load game. We still have settings, we have credits, we have quit game. The new option is mods. A lot of us will probably overlook this. This option right here is what native settings UI puts into it. Introduces. So we want to click on this and enter. Now this setting right here, all these settings right here, is what what extended and improved headlights adds. We can modify car headlights. Do we want to modify car headlights? No. Turn it off. Do we want to modify motorcycle headlights? No. Turn it off. Do we want to modify how durable do we want the headlights to be? Do we want it 5 times durable? Do we really not want it to be durable? Do we want it to be 25%, 20 times durable? 5.01 durable? We're going to get into game now. I'm not going to change anything right now, and we're going to mess around with it. So I'm going to load a game that is at night. Okay, dark, 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 dark. I need a night save. Okay, no, 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 no. That's not night. Automatic love, radar, love, love, love. I would 11 p.m. down on the street. Dog eat dog. Actually, that is a my time. I need something. I need something at night, folks. Oh, here we go. Fortunate Son, which is... I will actually do... this.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Info Flash. Say, did y'all lose power yesterday, too? Yeah, when the lights went out there.
Now, get out. I'm going to get out of the... I am going to get out of the vehicle and show you that we are in the Type 66 Javelina. That is the Quadra Type 66, but the Badlands version. You know, like this really cool one. So, if we get in, it's got the crystal dome. And as you can see, with this mod installed, the Headlights. It's okay to drive in first person. Up here in a third person, up high, it's great. First person, out here in the Badlands, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, so we want to hit, for me it's exit. We want to bring up basically the pause menu. I'm going to mod, and I am going to go to range multiplier, and I'm going to basically bump this all the way up. And now we can see everything. Our headlights go off to basically New York, since we're all the way over here in Cali. And if we come out into a third person, and this works on any vehicle, modded, as in a modded, as made from what modders put in, to a tweaked what modders just change around, standalone vehicles that modders put in to base game ones. As you can see, we're illuminating Dakota's place. I think that's Dakota's place. No, that wasn't Dakota's place. That was just a junction. Hey, that's the train that from a Queen of the Highway. But as you can see, it's kind of blinding, isn't it? So we want to go down to mods, and we're at 0.70. Let's go down to like 0.20. That way, we're not blinding. Still can't see anything because this is a Type 66, but we can still see. We can see a whole lot better than, say, if we didn't have any headlights on. We can even see the Sunset Motel from here. Now, if we change that to, say, 0.1, this is kind of as far as 0.1 goes. And we can't really illuminate basically over to Japan. So we go up to 2.75, and we can see a little bit of the highway now. But not so much like when we're changing gears. And we can go up to 13.15. And this may still be a bit too bright. So maybe 0.10. Or if we really want to be tricked out and have use the that particular mod that puts the vignette puts the vignette on when we're wearing sunglasses, and we want to wear sunglasses at night, we want the brightness multiplier at times 5. And behold, Captain Lens Flare, which I don't think J.J. Abrams is actually anywhere around right now. And as I said, this works on any vehicle. As you can see, this was the Javelina, one of my favorite cars. Well, base game cars. And I will summon one of my other favorite cars if it's here. I have it. The little Mai. Yeah, meme it all you want. Just be careful around it. Oh, my nose itches. Give me a minute. Okay, mod settings. We're up here. Range. This is kind of known for not having particularly bright headlights. But let's get out away from the... And on top of that, the tinted windscreen doesn't really help with illumination! But now, let's go into, like, say, Night City.
You wanna kill someone? Kill him.
You're the one ramming into me! Well, I was going to comment on the tinted windscreen, but... But that gives us a good point. That crash would have basically knocked out our headlight. It did not. While, say, if we put the durability down to like that and say, let's kind of rev this up to maybe 80 and then slam into, say, the barricade here. Nope. Let's see. Actually, yes. The spotlight, our light is out. The headlight actually did crash. But we still have light, which is weird. So I guess the headlight durability is just for... I thought the light actually went out. I am deliberately trying to smash this headlight. But I guess the headlight durability, damage resistance, is just so it won't just disappear. It's more of a damage resistance for the car. Oh, I was thinking, like, what kind of light is that? That's just a car icon. So let's bring the erudite Guinevere out. And as you can see, it's got rather neon headlights. Neon LCD headlights. Compared to the... I am going to have to bump down a... do... See, now that is blinding. You can see the difference in quality of headlights between cars. So we want to reduce this to maybe 10 and maybe reduce this to like 1. Where's the headlights? As you can see, you can't drive with just it all being on 1 unless... Well, actually, you could and just have them as like running lights. Well, maybe if you want to do a photo op, this wouldn't be too bad with a, doing with photo mode. Doing it like this. So mod, we want maybe right around 6 and increase it to 1. And that way we get a increase of everything around us. Not necessarily high beams, But if you own an erendite, you are rich enough to blind everybody and not care what happens as a consequence. Want to know what? We need some royal blue on this. And I feel we need to let everybody know we're coming. So multiply the range up to by 25 and we're cruising. As you can see, we're illuminating things before the game even loads them in. No, not load game, mods. So we want to go back maybe down to... Let's go about right there. And this way, you kind of... It's kind of like daylight. You know where where everything is. Out of the way! I'm rich. I have an erendite. Do you? I don't care if you were blinded. Out of my way. You should have saw I was coming. Dang, this thing just rides buttery smooth. And I have a mod on my other game for my gameplay stream that makes it even smoother. I always discounted the erendite. As you can see, probably right through here would be... How dark is this? Ah! No, I should be backing up faster than that. But yeah, it's pretty shady through here. I wouldn't exactly call this dark, but it's pretty shady. And let's reduce the range to 5. And as you can see, it lights up pretty well. Of course, you kind of got the shadow glitch if you're doing it third person. But for first person... Well, you still kind of got that little light right there in the window. Right up in there. Watch it! Go around! But, if you don't want it that bright, you could just go down to, like, 0.15. You can just set it to wherever you want this. See, like there, if you want it softer... Oh, like satin chocolate. I can see why the erendite is like cream. The only thing missing is roll down windows. Now, for motorcycles. I'm not doing the Apollo. That thing gives me a headache. What better way to start this one off than Jackie's Arch? Madre de Dios. As you can see, right off the bat, we didn't change any of the settings. The range is 3.0 and the brightness is 0.70. But I will increase the headlight durability to times 20. Because I will crash this thing! And automatically... As you can see, the headlight is still there. If it was down on 1, it would have been destroyed. Y'all that ride motorcycles in this game know what I'm talking about. Well, a lot of us cracks. As you can see, the light is actually wider on the motorcycle. It's longer, as in it goes further out, and it's a bit brighter than normal. In my opinion, a lot clearer. So I would actually like to extend the range out to maybe 420 and kind of increase it to 90. There we go. Just brighten it up a little bit and give it an extended range. Just to let me know, because I am on a motorcycle, and if you're on a motorcycle, you are always a target on the road. You should always feel that way. You should always be aware. And as you can see, it just illuminates everything. Ooh, we're over here. Wet roads. Recently raining, huh? Keep in mind, I have no other lighting mod installed that affects any sort of lighting. No E&B, no reshade. Don't worry if you don't know what those are, E&B and reshade. Those that use them know what I'm talking about, but don't worry about it. But I have nothing that affects lighting, nothing that enhances the textures, enhances the look of the game. Just only what we installed yesterday in our previous mod showcase. Still being choppy, huh? Sorry about this. I'm even going to move the graphics down even more. Local shadow, Sorry about this. Don't know what's going on. Fine, I set everything on low. Don't know what's going on, folks. I'm not even recording this because Streamlabs is being funky. As you, and now, get off that. Now, what about the racer? Do I have the racer? Will the racer actually spawn? Oh, yes, the one with the red headlight. As you can see, automatically, we have red. It does work for different colored headlights, and as you can see, we have red. Fitting for we being in a Corpo Plaza. Fudge! Gotta go. Where's the bike? Gots to go!
Units, disturbance reported in city center.
521, roger that. We're en route.
Cops. Up. Perfect time to increase range. 25 and maybe a little bit more brightness.
9 Royal Blue Radio, broadcasting live from the heart of Corpo Plaza.
Code 0. I repeat, code 0 in this area. All units resume normal duties.
And as you can see, it works with any vehicle. Works with modded ones. Lights. the range at which the headlights will go out will reach. Whee! And the intensity. Because what's the intensity set at? Let's go with brightness multiplier. We are Terminator right now. Yeah, no thank you. Set the intensity too high on some of these, and you can't see where you're going. But like with the racer here with the red headlight, you can actually still see what's oncoming. You may not actually kind of recognize what's oncoming, but you can still see where you're going. It's not blinding like with the vehicles with the white headlights or yellow headlights. Ooh, we're entering the combat zone. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just here showing you the headlight mod. Okay, get off that one. Let's bring out the Emperor Ragnarok. Ragnar. Hold to Ragnar the Red. Range brightness. As you can see, shiny, and for me right now, it's a little difficult to see where the road's at, except for the streaks. As you can see, I can't see shit right now. And I am going to follow can't see shit. As I said, I can't see shit. Didn't see that coming. Because I have everything up too bright. And I just crashed into an NCPD car.
But only because I like you.
I can't see anything, officers. I do not have my high beams on. As I said, I can't see anything.
Another motherfucker trying to kill me. Not my face.
And if I turn it just off. See, no more lights. But if I say go whoop, did they turn? They broke the light. Get out of the car. So let's bring out the Supron. Nobody ever uses a Supron. No one ever uses the Supron anymore. And as you can see, we've got the range up and everything. You'll never get me, Coopers.
Suspect has disappeared. All units on site.
Oh, they're coming my way. that thing away. Some vehicles aren't as bad as others. As you can see, we're going out. As you can see, we're illuminating like all the way out there. Let's go out a little bit further. And let's do it, kind of go like down to 20. No. 20. And it just kind of decreased. Now, what happens if we go half of that? Yeah, as you can see, it actually works. This is one of my favorite mods that I have to have when it comes to this game. So, as we sit here in our minivan, and actually it's one of my favorite vehicles, believe it or not. It's a piece of crap, but it's a piece of crap I love. But yeah, final conclusions, final review, critiques. Well, pros and cons and all that other good stuff. One, I would like, first off, my recommendations is download this. It still works as of December 2022. It's great because the base game headlights are crap. This actually allows you to adjust the headlights to your liking. It allows you to adjust the durability of the vehicle's cosmetic headlights to your liking. It adjusts the you can adjust the brightness and a distance of the headlights to the actual situation beyond just your liking, because you could actually have them all the high as you want while in the Badlands and just off while in the city. What else? I would have liked to seen some sort of a hotkey I could trigger, or some sort of preset for like high beam, low beam, or like fog light. But beyond that, so some sort of presets, high beam, low beam, I could set myself, or some way I could assign a hotkey to raise and lower the brightness without having to say just go into the pause menu and mod, and every time I want to raise the brightness, do this. And as you can see, it illuminated back there towards the dam. And every time I wanted to lower the brightness, lower the brightness, I'd have to come back down here and do this. You get what I'm saying? Because we got it set to, let's set it back to what was it, right around 3, 4. See, set the brightness to here, and I would have a hotkey that would kind of maybe raise it up to 5. I could raise it up to 5, or have a toggle that had for high beams had it for 5, and then a toggle that I could cycle through that had it at 2.4 for standards, and low beams for a say 1.5. You get what I'm saying? Like with normal cars. That way, instead of having to just entirely break the gameplay and just go to the pause screen and then change for every single vehicle that we're in. And like if we're out in the Badlands, we say we may actually want a range of say 17 with a brightness of maybe 3, but we're in the city, we actually want a range of 7 with a brightness of 0.85. Or maybe have some sort of preset for Badlands and city. Have presets for Badland and city driving. That's what I would think of. But other than that, this is definitely has been a constant in my load order ever since I found it. And I basically can't use vehicles without it. So yeah, my verdict, download it. Another verdict is don't play the game until it's compatible with the latest version of your game. As in, don't play the game until it's compatible. Because this just makes driving a whole lot easier. And I mean, CD Projekt Red already made driving a whole lot more easier for us. Even though, especially those of us that use keyboard and mouse. So that's saying something. So yeah, 1 out of 10 stars, I would say download it. Well, with that out of the way, I'm going to say yes, press Alt-Z, no thanks. I'm going to say the mod review, my opinion part is over, so thanks for tuning in to this mod review show, this community mod showcase. I've been your entertainer and a mod reviewer, Crow. Y'all, at the start of this video, I told you how you could get in contact with me. Most of the parameters I can think of right now, and beyond that, all I can say is have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and drink responsibly and imbibe in your legal narcotics responsibly. Have a designated driver, have a designated caretaker when you take your legal narcotics. I myself I myself don't drink. I don't take a legal narcotics, so except for those prescribed to me. So, But anyways, y'all have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas. What do you say for Kwanzaa and Hanukkah? I don't know. I don't have a I don't know any. Well, I have a cousin that became Jewish a while back, but he's a Christian Jew. So, as far as I'm aware, so he still celebrates Christmas, but but anyways, until next time, folks. Y'all take care. Fly into the arena if you don't have to, especially when you can send somebody like me in. I'll catch you out on the bounce. Later.